Yo, what is up, man? It's your boy Damn D Live News. Here to give you the live news about Kyrie Irving, man. Boy, the NBA going crazy right now. Y'all seen the videos I made. Now Kyrie Irving is going to sit. He said he is willing to sit if he does not get traded. So if he don't get traded, he said he ain't gonna play no more. Hey, what people don't realize is people are not realizing what the Nets put him through, right? Y'all just forget so quickly what the Nets organization put him through, right? So in my opinion, this is his get back. This is his get back. You know what I mean? This is his way to stick it to the GM and all that stuff that they made him go through, right? They literally made him jump through fire hula hoops, swim in a pool of piranhas and sharks and a whole bunch of stuff, right? So in my opinion, this is Kyrie Irving getting his get back. In my opinion. But let's get it going.
Kyrie not playing for the Nets tonight. He has calf soreness. At last check, they were getting blown out by the Wizards. All right, Stephen A., you heard all of that. What is your perspective on Kyrie Irving and what he is doing right now to the Nets, to Kevin Durant, and to the entirety, I guess, of the league?
Well, ultimately, I have to retract because I thought that it was very, very idiotic for him to do what he did. I don't believe that any longer. Here's what I...
Oh, it's very... Okay, hold on. So now you retracting your statement? Okay, I'm listening.
I'll tell you. Especially listening to Woj because he's absolutely on the money. You've got both Los Angeles teams. You've got the Dallas Mavericks, obviously the Phoenix Suns. I'm told all of them will pay him. Now, whether that's a 4-year guarantee or whatever remains to be seen, but they'd give him more than Brooklyn would give him. So we've got that situation going on. You also got to take into account the fact that when you're a star, they usually take care of you before that trading deadline or they move you. They don't let you play it out and then go into the offseason because obviously you're risking injury. And Kyrie Irving is definitely one of the top 15 players in the league so far as I'm concerned. So you see what he's doing. And now the question would be, okay, what would he do? Doesn't he have to play? Otherwise, he's going to hurt his stock. He's going to hurt his value even more. I'm told no, that wouldn't happen because at the end of the day, and not only that, Kyrie is still the kind of personality that says, I'll take my chances. Because based on the principle of him being a star, this is how stars get treated. You don't let me go into a contract year, completed the season, and then I got to wait until I'm a free agent in order to get paid. Kyrie Irving is prepared to sit out the rest of the season if need be. That's what I'm being told. I don't know whether I believe that, but that's what people are saying.
So, did Stephen A. Smith just apologize for calling him idiotic, for saying what he doing is idiotic? Because he didn't understand what the move and what the play was? Kyrie Irving is a very intelligent, smart brother. You don't think he ain't got a plan? You don't think he's going over this with his team? So you think he just woke up one morning and said, just randomly just said, I want to be traded? So it looked like Stephen A. Smith apologizes. Very interesting. Very interesting.
What do you think of that, Jalen?
Well, it's a lot of things. First off, just listening to the teams that you described, if I'm trading Kyrie Irving, I'm going to need an ascending all-star player in return. I don't need some picks 2 or 3 years from now to play with Kevin Durant because I still have KD. I'm trying to win a championship. But as I dissect the entire situation, I actually ain't mad at Kyrie. And it's the definition of using what you got to get what you want. And now everybody is not, well, I didn't hear Jalen Rose say anything negative about Kyrie Irving. But everybody that was jumping out the window, PTI was saying that he's the worst teammate of all time. Now everybody's sitting in the back and be like, oh, okay, so this is what he's doing. Silly rabbits. Tricks are for kids. Always talk about you don't get what you deserve in business, you get what you have the leverage to negotiate. And right now, his leverage is as high as it's going to get a top-notch deal as a player. And he's going to maximize that. And truly, if the Nets aren't going to step up to pay him, and he got 4 teams that's willing to pay him and offer him a new situation to go do it, I ain't mad at him.
JJ, let's talk about those teams. All right, so if he were to, Woj just named them, Lakers, Clippers, Mavericks, Suns. Put him on any of those. Do they all become championship contenders, legit title contenders in the West if they pick up Kyrie Irving?
I don't love the fit in Dallas specifically, but I think on both LA teams and the Phoenix Suns, yes, they do become championship contenders. We talked about this earlier. In the Western Conference, there's 3 games that separate 4 to 13. Seeds 4 through 13, 4 of those teams, Dallas, Phoenix, Clippers, Lakers. So the balance of the Western Conference, if he ends up on one of those teams, will shift because he's that good of a player. I want to make 2 other points real quick. Stephen A., I agree with you. Star players rarely go into a contract year without an extension. But given what has transpired over the last 3.5 seasons, would you be comfortable if you were Brooklyn giving him a full 4-year max?
Hell no.
Okay. And the other point I want to make, and this is what is disappointing about this, from the time Jacques Vaughn took over to Kevin Durant's injury, this team was 25-8, the best record in basketball. They had a top 5 offense. They had a top 5 defense. Kevin Durant's going to come back at some point. They are a legit contender with their current roster.
Well, let's be very clear, just for clarity purposes. I'm not saying what they should do. I'm telling you what they're saying. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, if I'm Brooklyn, I don't blame Brooklyn one bit if they said, we ain't traded you anywhere. Play them, we gave you 3 years. Could you give us 1? I don't blame them for taking that position at all. But when you've got 4 teams that are saying, we will pay him, we will take him, we're looking to give you assets in order to make it happen, like Woj just explained, then if you're Brooklyn, you have an obligation to at least listen and think about it.
But I think the question for a lot of teams and what teams are weighing is how much they're going to give up for him. Yeah. This isn't like Kevin Durant, who had a long-term deal already in place, and if it was at the end of his deal, you wouldn't think twice about extending him. There are concerns about length of deal, guaranteed money.
Right.
And teams know if we give up significant assets and this thing blows up on us, because we've seen it happen elsewhere, we're left with nothing. And that's the question teams have.
Right.
I don't know if listen, if he went to LA and they made a deep run and he was a huge part of it, and certainly LeBron wants him there, yeah, there is leverage there to get a deal done. But I think in other places, there are teams, I think right now, owners, general managers deciding if this doesn't work out. We're looking at this more like a rental than a long-term partnership.
Real key point that I want to add. You're right, but it's important to note this. They may not give Kyrie Irving the money he wants. But if anybody is out there is willing to give him, or give the indication they're willing to give him more than Brooklyn is willing to give him, then it's an incentive for him to hold their feet to the fire and threaten to be disruptive to the rest of the season.
Jalen, the place we usually find Kevin Durant around now is on Twitter. I don't know that we've heard from him. I've been scouring. Can you just imagine what's going on in his head? If you're Kevin Durant, what's going through your head right now?
So he probably won't say this today, but as he looks back at his career, and when you look back at your playing days, you always think about what ifs. He gonna regret leaving the Warriors. Like, that was a tailor-made situation.
Definitely. That is a good point that Jalen Rose said. I think he's going to definitely regret leaving the Warriors, because if he would have stayed with the Warriors an extra 3 years, they would have won championships all those years. And he wanted to leave because he wanted to build his own team. So that is a good point. That is definitely a good point.
Won 2 championships. He was the finals MVP. And both of these guys had something to prove. Kyrie wanted to prove he can win without LeBron. KD wanted to prove that, like Stephen A. said, that wasn't the weakest move by a superstar ever. So they teamed up in Brooklyn to do something special, and they've come up short.
They were playing great, and then Durant got hurt, and now here we go again.
Well, look, I'm not going to speculate on what's going on inside Kevin Durant's brain right now, but that was my first stop. Is Kyrie asking for a trade? What does this mean for Kevin Durant? And to Woj's point about them getting rotation-level players, impact players back in any sort of deal, whether it's a straight-up trade or a multi-team trade, you cannot waste the season that Kevin Durant is having. He has been that good. He's having an MVP-type season. When he's been on the floor for the Brooklyn Nets, they look like a contender.
You're the Nets right now, and you're trying to get at those Lakers draft picks. They're not to keep, to use.
All right, well, we're going to stop it right there, because now they're going to be talking about, other stuff, and that may be. But I definitely want to highlight Stephen A. Smith apologizing for calling Kyrie Irving idiotic, because now he understands exactly what Kyrie is doing. He has leverage. And Kyrie Irving is willing to sit out the rest of the season if he don't get traded. This is going to get very interesting, man. Y'all leave a comment down below and y'all let me know what y'all think about this current situation. Woo! It's getting spicy out here in these NBA streets. I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace.